Hello everyone. So today I'm going to be discussing a very important instrument that is always going to be there in your practical exams. I've gotten this instrument courtesy Dr. Pandit sir, under whom I'm doing my laparoscopy fellowship right now. So this instrument that you can see is a laparoscopic band applicator. The parts of this are, by the way, the rings of the handle to hold, the outer sheath, and then you can see that there is an inner sheath which brings out these prongs. Apart from that, there is a distal end where you can load the Fallope rings, and over here you have your ring delivery selection system where you can see this thing is there which moves. So where it moves, there are markings. So at a baseline level, there is going to be a marking of 0, then you're going to have a marking of 1, and then you will have a marking of 2. So how this works is, by the way, of course, this is used for doing tubal ligation, and this also contains the ring loading device or the conical tip distal end that you have, which is going to be placed over here like this. So once this is placed, I'll now show you how to load the rings. By the way, these are the tubal rings that you can see inside. I'll be removing and showing them as well. You can see these 2 rings. Once loaded, you have to do the surgery within 10 to 15 minutes, preferably within 5 minutes, because these can get loose. How this works is, once the rings are applied, there is going to be ischemic necrosis of the fallopian tubes, and that will lead to fibrosis, and of course then eventually permanent tubal ligation will be done. Now I'll be showing you how to load them. Before showing the loading, I would also want to show you how this thing works. Now you see that I've kept the setting on 2 over here. You can see I've kept it on 2. So this is 0, this is 1, this is 2. So when it is on 2 and I'll be pulling this, you will see that this goes in completely. This is going in completely. So basically, if this was my prong, and imagine that this is my fallopian tube, I'll be holding this and it goes in completely like this. Okay, so this has gone in completely. Whereas if I'm keeping it at a level of 1, then only half of it goes in. You can see only half of it is going in. The entire thing is not going in. And when it is kept on 0, now you see that it is not going to go in at all. It is not going in at all. So on 1 it was going in halfway, and on 2 it was going in completely. What is the use? So whenever I'm applying those rings, I have to keep it on, over here you can see I have to keep it on 0. So once this has been kept on 0, I can load the rings now. So how to load the rings? First, I'll be putting this over here. If you also get an applicator to push the rings, I don't have it right now, but that's fine. Then these are the rings. You see, these are the rings. These rings are going to be kept on this, and I'm going to manually load them. We can also use some normal saline or betadine to load these tubes in, or these rings in. So now this is the first ring that I have loaded over here. You see that the first ring has been loaded, and then I'll be loading the second ring simultaneously. Of course, this is done in the OT just before the procedure. And the port through which you will insert this instrument is going to be a 7mm port, not a 5mm port. So remember that as well, very important. Now I have loaded both the rings onto this. Now I'll be removing this. You see that both of them have been loaded. Now I have 2 tubes to seal, left and the one on right. So I do not want this to go in completely, because if this goes in completely, which does happen when I've put this setting on 2, then both the rings will be released. I do not want that. I only want 1 ring on each tube. So what I'll do is, I'll keep it as 1. The setting will be kept on 1. So you see I have now kept it between 2 and 0. So it's on 1. Now what I'll go do is, I'll first pull these prongs out. These prongs, you see, are pulled out by pushing this ahead. So I've pushed it completely. Then imagine this is the tube. Now I'll be putting this tube inside, and I'll be pulling this, and now you will see how it gets applied. Done. The first one has been applied, and now there is still one more ring that is remaining. Now to apply this other ring, I'll be pushing this setting onto 2. Why? Because I now need whole thing to go inside. Now I will catch the other tube, the other side's tube. I will pull it in, and done. I will release this now. You see? So this was one and the other one was this. So the 2 tubes have now been ligated. So the secret behind this is, when I'm putting it on 1, only 1 ring will be released like this. See, only 1 will be released and the other one will still be staying back. Whereas when I put it back on 2, the entire thing goes in and the second ring is also released. A few people prefer to do what? They put just 1 ring on this, and then what you can do is, you can still keep it on 2 and then pull it behind and the entire thing will be applied. Then you bring it out, you load the second ring and you do the same thing. Very cumbersome. So load both the rings. First keep it on 1 for the first tube, and for the second tube make it 2, and then you can do it. And hence, this was a session on laparoscopic tubal ligation, and it has a Pearl index of 0.3 to 0.5, so very, very effective, one of the best methods, and excellent results. Pressure necrosis, ischemic necrosis and fibrosis is going to be the mechanism of action. So thank you so much, and keep watching me and keep following Dr. Aditya Nimbkar sir, because he has a lot of videos which has education content like this. Thank you.